Good morning, friends. Today we are going to start probability distribution. Before start with probability distribution, we should know what the probability is. Probability is nothing but possibility of getting success or failure. For for example, if we tossed a coin, then it has either head or tail. So probability of getting either head or tail is 1/2. Let us consider result of student in terms of pass or fail. So again its probability is 1/2. Then in weather forecast department, they have possibility of raining or not. So this is nothing but a probability. One assumption is there in probability. That assumption is probability always lies between 0 and 1. So 0 is less than or equal to p less than or equal to 1. Why this probability always lies between 0 to 1? So answer of this question is, if we consider any random variable defined on sample space S, then the value of random variable is 0, or it will be maximum up to that sample space. So minimum value is 0 and maximum value is the value of sample space. For example, if we tossed a single coin, so it has either head or a tail. And let us consider the probability of getting head. So when you tossed a coin, so you will either get head or not getting head. So probability of getting head is 0 and it will be maximum till 1. So here I explain why probability lies in 0 and 1. So answer of this question is, let us consider A be an event defined on sample space S. Therefore, n of A is number of sample points of A and A is subset of S. N of S equals to number of sample points of S. Therefore, n of A is less than or equal to n of S. Why? Because A is defined on sample space S. So minimum value of A will be 0, that is n of A equal to 0, and its maximum value will be S. So n of A equal to n of S, and therefore P of A equal to n of A upon n of S. And because of this, minimum value of P of A is 0 and its maximum value will be 1. Now come to this probability distribution. This probability distribution consists of two probability distribution. One is related with discrete random variable and another is related with continuous random variable. Now, these are the types of random variables. First is discrete random variable. So, its example is if x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so many numbers. So, this is called discrete random variable. And what the continuous random variable is? If your value of x lies in some interval, then it is called as continuous random variable. These types are used to find probability distribution. As I said, discrete random variable is related with PMF and continuous random variable is related with PDF. Now, what the probability distribution is? Definition of probability distribution is, let us consider x1, x2, x3 dash 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 xn are random variables defined on sample space S with probabilities P1, P2, P3 dash 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 Pn. This is related with your discrete variable. So if you have continuous random variable, then for every xi there will be pi. So it can be represented something like this: x, x1, x2, x3, xn, and their corresponding probabilities p1, p2, p3, pn. So is called probability distribution. This is general case. This is called probability distribution if it satisfies the following two conditions. Now what the two conditions are? Each and every probability should be greater than or equal to 0. And one more thing we have to keep in mind, it is always, probability always lies between 0 to 1. So the first condition is each and every probability should be non-negative number and whose value is less than or equal to 1. The second condition is sum of all probabilities should be equal to 1. So if I consider any random variable and corresponding probabilities, so sum of all should be equal to 1. Now if you are considering discrete variable, then we have to consider its summation. If it is continuous random variable, then we have to consider its integration. Okay, so sum of all these probabilities should be equal to 1. This is the second condition. Now based on this probability distribution is divided into two types. Those types are, first is probability mass function, which is nothing but, in short, it is PMF. Now probability mass function is nothing but probability distribution, and it is related with random variable, which is discrete random variable. You always keep in mind probability mass function PMF is related with discrete random variable. So if they'll give you any function and the values of x something like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, so we have xi and corresponding pi. So this x equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 gives me what? It is discrete random variable. And second is probability density function or probability distribution function, which is related with continuous random variable. Now, this probability density function, I'm saying it is related with continuous random variable, means they will define their f of x, where x lies between some interval. For example, let us consider f of x equals to 3x square and the value of x lies between that, let us consider 5 to 10. So this is uh, defining the probability density function. Everybody understood difference between probability mass function and probability density function? So the difference is, if I have a probability distribution with values of x are something like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for every xi, their corresponding pi. And if my x lies between an interval, let us consider a to b, so I have to consider its probability density function. Now the second slide I'm going to show, 1 minute, I will show you. So whatever I talked about right now, here I wrote it in terms of the difference. So this concept we are going to consider, or we are going to consider problems based on this. So first is probability distribution. Probability distribution, I said, is divided into two types. One is probability mass function, another is probability density function or probability distribution function. So in short, it is called as PMF and this is called as PDF. Now, what is the first one? First one is, if you have random variable, so the random variable is discrete random variable. Let us consider it as x. So x equals to, what are your values? 1, 2, 3, or it may start from 0. So these are the values of x. One more thing I want to tell you, this x may be negative number if I'll consider -2, -3, -4, -5, no problem. So these are my value of random variable. And what the probability density function? The random variable is continuous random variable, or it lies between two values. For example, A is less than X less than B. The bigger difference between these two is here in probability mass function, it is discrete random variable, and in probability density function, it will be continuous random variable. Now, what is condition for PMF? Actually, there are two conditions. Those two conditions, if it if those satisfied, then it is called as PMF. The first condition is Pi should be greater than or equal to 0 for every I. So this symbol is nothing but what? For every. So Pi should be greater than or equal to 0 for every I. So each and every probability should be greater than or equal to 0. No negative number is allowed in this probability. Everybody understood this? And as earlier I said, summation of Pi. If it is discrete, we have to consider its summation. So summation of Pi equal to 1. So if I have x1, x2, x3, xn are n random variables, then their corresponding probabilities are P1, P2, P3, dash, 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 Pn. So if I collect all those probabilities together, I want its sum should be equals to 1. So these are two conditions for probability mass function. Now come to this probability density function. So here condition for PDF, it is the first condition is same. So actually here we are defining our function as f of x. So this Pi should be greater than or equal to 0, or function f of x should be greater than or equal to 0. This is my first condition. And second condition is integration of your Pi, as it is continuous variable, we have to consider integration from lower limit to upper limit. So it should be equal to 1. So this is second condition. Now everybody understood this? For PMF, there are two conditions. For PDF, again, there are two conditions. Those two conditions are nothing but conditions of probability. Now the next point is, what is cumulative probability distribution for PMF? So it is defined as f of x equal to probability of capital X is less than or equals to small x. What the cumulative is? Cumulative means the previous terms we are going to, or the previous probabilities we are going to consider in next one. Let us consider x1, x2, x3 are random variables with probabilities p1, p2, p3. So probability of x less than or equal to 1 is nothing but p1. But if I want to find probability of x less than or equal to 2, so it consists of probability of x equal to 1 as well as probability of x equal to 2. Everybody understood this? So cumulative means we have to consider previous probabilities also. And one more thing you will keep in mind, whenever you are considering the last random variable, its probability should be equal to 1. If it is not equal to 1, then you did some mistake in your problem. So everybody understood this? This f of x equals to p of x is less than or equals to x is its general definition. And for PDF, it is given by, as we are considering discrete variable, so we have to consider what? This summation sign. So I running from 1 to x with Pi. But in PDF, we have integration from a to upper limit x, f of x dx. This is cumulative probability distribution for PDF. I hope you understood this definition of cumulative probability distribution. Now the next point is, which is in your syllabus, it is expected value for discrete random variable. So its definition is E of x, which is expected value. We are calling it as mean also, mean of a distribution, which is equals to summation xi pi, where I running from 1 to n. So whenever you are finding expected value for your variable, you have to consider xi and pi, its product, and for the full column you have to consider its addition, which is nothing but summation. Expected value of continuous variable is not actually there in your syllabus, but it can be uh, considered as, here it is summation, but for continuous random variable we will consider integration a to b x into f of x dx. So this is formula for finding expected value of PDF. Okay, now the next point is variance for discrete random variable. The formula for variance of x is variance of x equals to e of x square minus e of x bracket square. Variance of x equals to e of x square minus e of x whole bracket square. We know that e of x is given by summation, e of x is given by summation xi into pi. But how do we find e of x square? So its formula is summation xi square pi, I running from 1 to n. So here is the differentiation between your probability mass function and probability density function. I hope you understood till this. Now here, this is description of this probability distribution in terms of probability mass function and probability density function. Now we have to solve different problems based on this probability mass function as well as probability density function. They may ask you different types of problem in your board examination consisting this probability distribution. We will solve different problems in the next lecture. Okay, bye bye.